Hello, namaste and good evening, everyone. I'm Ruby Jaspreet, Consul from the Indian Consulate, and I have with me today Ms. Sunita Fadnis Otto. We're very happy to have her here today.
Thanks for having
Sunita,
me.
yes,
Yeah.
thank you for coming. And Sunita, as you know, we are doing these 9 sessions. They are coinciding with what we call and celebrate in India Navratri, the 9 nights which are dedicated to Goddess Durga. And the idea of the program was to recognize leading women from different professions and to identify the various elements that makes a woman not only a leader in her profession but also a very good homemaker, a good mother. So these characteristics we thought we'll bring out in our 9 programs. And today we have with us Sunita Otto. She's an English solicitor and a German attorney. Sunita has had many years in her legal profession. She served in Germany and she gives advice to companies, foreign companies and Indian companies included, who want to set up their companies in Germany. And she runs a law firm called SPO Solicitors. So Sunita, thank you for joining us. And can I
It's a
request you
pleasure.
to also tell us about yourself and about your profession, please?
Sure. First of all, thanks a lot.
Most
It's a
welcome.
pleasure being here and being a part of
Yes.
the Navratri program. I first of all, I'm not some very leading person or something like that. I'm an Indian lawyer. I come from a middle class family from India, from Pune, and I went to London to study after I finished my law studies in India.
Yeah.
There I met my husband. Then after I got married to him, I came here.
And your husband's also a lawyer.
Yeah, he's a German lawyer. That's right. I just followed my heart. Until then, Germany was not on my agenda to go and settle.
Yeah.
And so I came to Germany, and then I started working. Well, first learned German, and I started my practice.
Yeah.
So
How has your work been, Sunita, and what does it involve, especially
Yes.
when you're...
So after I came to Germany, first 2 years, I learned German because being a lawyer, it was very important to be able to speak German proficiently, and also, as we say, Germans have to read between the lines. And for that, I did 2.5 years of German. Thereafter, I did my qualification in UK. So being an Indian lawyer, we could do a qualified lawyer's transfer test. That I did, and then I became a solicitor, got enrolled with the Law Society in England and Wales. And then when I had a European qualification, it was easy for me to find a job. Then I worked in Stuttgart with a German law firm for 2 years in the India desk. Thereafter, I worked with an English law firm for 4 years in Frankfurt. So I gathered a lot of experience to work with German clients, understand the German norms, the German procedural law systems. And then in 2003, I started my own practice.
Okay. SPO solicitors.
SPO solicitors. SPO is just Sunita Fadnis Otto solicitors.
Oh,
I didn't find any name as such, which I was thinking this is my law firm because it's I, me, myself. So SPO solicitors.
Yeah.
It started as an experiment. When I came to Germany, first of all, that time people thought an Indian lawyer will not get a job. But my husband was very sure that I will get a job because Germany is an international market, but one just need to have all these qualifications and the language, all these things. This is important. And so when I was working with the English law firm, that time all the top Indian IT companies were already in Germany. But the medium and small size companies were checking the German market and tapping on the German doors. These companies, they used to come and talk to me and they say, look, in international law firm, your fees are too expensive for us. But we also want to start our business. We have good products or good ideas. And so it was a dream anyway to have my own company. So I thought, let me try. Let's see it. Because before I started my practice, I already have people waiting for whom I could work. So the company started as a small initial corporate law firm. So my idea was to form the company, structure their businesses, And it was also very close to my heart because I was working for Indian companies. So I was meeting more Indian people and talking to them.
Yeah.
That was really nice. And then,
Nice experience then.
yes.
Yeah.
And after about 6 months of my, after opening my practice, one Indian young guy came to me and he said, "Why don't you do for us green cards? We have so much of requirement for some lawyer who speaks our language and can explain us the immigration laws
Yeah.
in our language. So then we are able to expand our business very fast." Then I thought immigration law, it was like completely new territory for me. But I worked into this. I went to meet the German authorities. And this is where the immigration law firm started.
Began. Yes. That's nice, Sunita, because I think in any case, especially when you came, there would have been fewer Indian lawyers here. So to be accessible to the Indian community for their commercial matters or immigration matters, I think it would have been easier for them also to access you. So no
Yes.
wonder your SPO solicitors is doing so well today.
Okay, thanks. No, my USP was I was the only one who speaks
Yeah.
German.
Yeah.
And I love my job. It's just because it's like, anyway, today is the color of green. Sorry, I'll just have a little bit green. Green is new beginning, something starting. Yeah. Or green is also for, I don't know, happiness and growth.
Yeah.
And when I'm working, it's always very, very positive vibes. Coming from people, they get new jobs. People are getting jobs. I'm doing the work permits. I'm starting businesses for people. And then my job also becomes like a family doctor. Because then we start the business, we're forming the company, then they get the first deal and the second deal.
That's true.
Then they're sending me sweets on Diwali.
That's true.
It's really, really nice. I mean, being abroad, it still feels being a part, like being home in this work.
So Sunita, I think for our audience also, we should tell them that every day of the 9 nights has its own color significance, and today being green being the significant color. And as you're rightly saying, it is signifying new beginnings. And I'm sure 27 years back, I think, was when you came to Germany.
Yes.
It was a new beginning for you then. And I think how you're also helping, we see that you're doing so much community work where you're not charging, you're doing pro bono work. So, and helping the Indian Consulate reach out to the Indian community. So these are new beginnings every day where you help us a lot, Sunita, with our consular matters that we get.
Yeah, but you see, it's a pleasure. It's a pleasure for me, or also people like me who have been here for so long. Like coming to think about it, when you are talking, I came to Germany 27 years back. That's more than of a quarter of a century. And I'm working in Germany for 25 years. Like, I don't feel, because in my heart, I still feel like maybe 30 years or whatever. But when I came to Germany that time, it was very, very easy for me because I came as a daughter-in-law of a German family. So
were there any challenges on your personal and professional front, or would you say your journey has been very smooth?
My journey has been extremely smooth.
Very nice.
It's just because I do know, I have seen also in case of many friends that when you come as a foreigner to in this country or any country, as a foreigner, we don't know the culture, we don't know many people. The climate is different, the food habits are different, and then it is a struggle. Also, many times when you don't speak the language, one gets isolated very fast. With me, I came as a daughter-in-law of a German family, and my father-in-law was a judge. My husband is a lawyer, my sister-in-law is a lawyer. So all are in the legal field, and it was extremely important for them that I work. So I had a lot of support from my parents and my in-laws and my husband, especially, that I work. And when I started working here, or also when I was going in the German community, I was maybe the first brown person many people saw.
And also one of the very few women, as we were talking in the beginning, you were saying that you were taken more seriously because in a table of 10 men,
Yes.
you'd be the only woman. So
Yes.
which was an advantage and not a disadvantage.
Yeah, any meeting I go to, anywhere I go to, or in the public offices I went to, they saw a Indian woman speaking in German, and so they were curious.
Yeah.
So when I was negotiating at the table, as I said, with 10, 15 people, the moment I opened my mouth, everybody stopped. They said, "What do you want to say? And how come you speak German?" You know, because
Yeah.
many people said the Indian women we know,
Yeah.
what they saw in the documentaries or pictures, they think Indian women are still very, very domestic. And they say, how come you argue so much? I say, and I was telling them, you come back to India and you see in India, women are at so many important leading positions. We all are
Absolutely.
studying. We are not sitting on the elephant and going to school.
Yeah.
Is it just, it was, I think, it is just maybe a lack of information. People are very nice. People, I think German people, they are quite,
Accepting and open to other societies.
yeah, they are reserved. So I think making friendship is a bit difficult, but when you make friendship with a German person,
Yeah.
they're friends for life.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yes, that's the experience I've also had. Sunita, I've been here 2 years now. So we've seen, and as you were rightly saying, which could be also like an advice to young professionals who come here, that language is very important. Although more people speak English now in Germany, I'm sure, as compared to 27 years back. But still, it is one barrier in making very close friendships or in the professional lifestyle. More importantly, so that is good advice. Is there any other advice you would have for youngsters? And then we also have to come to, there's another aspect of Sunita which we will come to very shortly about her personal life and her ambitions in conserving the environment. But firstly, are there any advice, Sunita, that you'd like to give to young professionals?
Yes, I think the first and foremost thing is, as you said, language. So any youngster who's coming to Germany, or either you plan to, if you're planning to stay for a short period or a longer period, try to learn German. Once one has learned the language, it's very easy for oneself to communicate with the friends, people, colleagues. Secondly, in every city of Germany, there are these integration courses. So if possible, all the employees, like people who are coming under work permit, and especially their spouses, they should attend these courses. These courses are subsidized by the German government. And at these courses, when the spouses are, for example, going for these courses, they are meeting other people or women from other countries.
Yeah.
So you make friends.
Yeah.
So when I went to Germany, I went for my first German course. That time I didn't know anybody else than my husband.
Integration course.
I went on a German course with the Volkshochschule. So it is the same thing. It was similar thing. And then I made there refugees from Bosnia and these Opel Mädchen from France. And all these young girls who were 16, 17, 18, and I was thinking, wow, like if all these people can survive in Germany, I will. I am a qualified lawyer. But this gives more confidence, and you meet people. You also get to know the German society, the German tax culture, politics, and then we can also experience Germany also in a different aspect. Because many times what happens is, from whatever I hear, is spouses of employees of the people who are working here, they come and they are staying at home.
Yeah.
They don't speak German. They can't. At the most, they go to Rewe and Aldi. They know to go shopping. But I think all these in the young generation, many women are also educated. They are interested in culture, politics, social aspects. So once they are going for these integration courses, the quality of their life is going to increase, and going forward, it will be also easier for them to find jobs.
Yeah.
So become economically independent.
Yeah.
So this learning German, getting into society, integration, this will also lead for the women to become independent in Germany.
Yeah. So whether you're working or you've come here on a spouse dependent visa, I think you're right. Integration is very important.
Yes.
So one has to get out of the house, try to learn the language, try to interact with people, meet people. So I think you're right on that front, Sunita, that in whatever capacity you're here, it is good to get out of your comfort space, comfort zone, and go out. Sunita, can we also now talk about talking of green? I have noticed myself that in your personal life also you try to do your best to conserve energy, to be environmentally conscious. You have, I mean, you do gardening as well, but you are very eco-friendly in all your choices as well. So can you tell us more about that lovely aspect of your life as well?
Yeah, the thing is, when I went to Germany, I was fascinated by the German way of life. It was somehow, I think, it's a kind of conscious living.
Yeah.
People were, okay, the family where I lived and the friends which we met, and I think on every German community, people are very conscious about surroundings, cleanliness, eating healthy, staying healthy, doing a lot of sports, then saving water. Also, we also have all these separation of garbage.
Yeah.
So there are a lot of things which fascinated me. Germany has beautiful forests, and every city almost has gardens where one can go for a walk.
Yeah.
And this green things that also encourage me to think, okay, why can't also I also grow my own vegetables? So in our small garden, we grow vegetables, growing herbs. Also, we
Banana
are.
tree you have.
Yes, yeah, I have a banana tree at home, Indian banana tree, big banana tree. I also have an
I
olive
saw
tree.
that you have so many these solar lamps, so you
Yes.
try as much as possible to not use electricity. And I
Yes.
don't know how many 50 odd solar lamps you have in your
Yes,
house.
yes. In summer, we hardly use electricity, and also in the garden we have solar lamps. And also going forward, the dream is to have a house which is using a lot of solar energy.
Yeah.
Okay, there are also a lot of, in Germany, there are a lot of things in currently in development about solar energy. It's about also how we can store the solar energy. But then we have also in our house the water, we have a boring. So we don't use the drinking water for the garden. So we are using the boring water
Okay.
for the garden. And also we don't have to
Yeah.
water then a lot.
Yeah.
But then there are a lot of systems here, like for saving the water, saving electricity, eating fresh vegetables.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm a vegetarian because it was vegetarian by birth, but I think it is also, when I was a child or when I was in a younger age, we always used to eat only fresh vegetables. We didn't have these
Yeah.
tomatoes in a box. And nowadays, here when I talk to the German kids, and they are also, many people have not seen cucumber, or they don't know where the apples come from.
Yeah.
So this is, I think, so I also in summer, since 5 years in summer, I run a cooking course for German kids on Indian cooking. And so we are cooking vegetables in the Indian way. But it's only about vegetables, but the Indian way. And they love also all this, with our masalas and everything, when we make all the vegetables or with lentils.
Yeah. So you're doing your little bit to maintain and spread Indian culture.
Yes.
During your stay abroad also.
Yeah, I think it is important. See, people like me who have come to Germany either for relationships or for work, one lives here, one works, one stays here. Then after a few years, take a job, maybe 20 years, take a German citizenship also, OCI card. It is somewhere, but we are in the heart Indian.
Yeah.
And I think if I am integrating in the German society, it does not mean that I'm forgetting my Indian values.
Yeah.
I have my Indian values, and people are here many times quite surprised with that when I'm telling, like, we have in India, if we have a guest, we never let him go without eating. And we had Indian people are known in the world for
Our hospitality.
hospitality and the food and some organizing functions like I celebrate Diwali. I will celebrate Christmas and Diwali.
Yeah.
And we do respect elders,
Yeah.
help elders. We help the older people in our community. And so I think it is always nicer to make a mixture of the Indian.
Yeah, and you've imbibed the best of both the cultures.
Yes.
That is
Yes.
important.
Yes.
And
Yes.
I've seen you. You've been available to the Indian community. I think that is the most beautiful aspect, Sunita. That whenever we have seen any Indian in distress, any woman maybe in distress, so you have been available. You have given guidance and counseling and put them in touch with the right people. So thank you, Sunita, for coming here with us today. We are very happy to have you, and we are very happy to tell our Indian community also that we have. You refuse to use the term "leading with you," but
Yes, I am
you definitely are one of the leading lawyers here, and we are very proud of you. So thanks
Thank
once
you.
again, Sunita.
Thanks a lot. It's been a pleasure. Thank you.
Yes, thank you.